right, so to move the conversation forward a little bit.
Yeah, that's
right. So I think we've beat dining down.
Yes. Have we not convinced you that Epcot has more dining options that are probably...
I think they have more for sure. I just don't know if they have more that I would strongly prefer over an Animal Kingdom option.
Strongly prefer, but...
Hey, this is Adasa, the voice of Dolores from Disney's Encanto, and you're listening to the Magic Our Way podcast with Kevin, Danny, Eli, and Rachel. And before I go, because I am the voice of Dolores, I gotta say, hey, grew to live in fear of Bruno stuttering and stumbling. I can always hear him sort of muttering and mumbling. I associate him with the sound of falling sand. Stay tuned for more.
Jumbo, everyone.
Harambe.
And welcome to another edition of
The Magic Our Way. Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
The Magic Our Way podcast. They are truly magical and whatnot.
Asante Sana, everyone. You're listening to the Magic Our Way podcast from New Orleans, Louisiana. And on this show, I invite you to feel the libation.
Feel It, Feel It.
This is the show where every opinion is welcome and nothing we present is groundbreaking or terribly exciting. It's just some filler for your life if you need it. MagicOurWay.com is where you can find us. On this episode, we present a new series of shows called Am I Right? And look, this isn't your typical polished practice pixie dust and Disney podcast. No way. We are not in Walt Disney World every day letting you know that the Haunted Mansion queue has been changed to address guest complaints.
That's right, Kev. We're just here to drink, talk some Disney, and convince Rachel that she is wrong.
And you listeners have the easy part. All you guys and girls have to do is to listen up to what we think up while we drink up.
My name is Kevin.
And I'm Danny.
I'm Eli.
And Rachel will be along shortly. But look, if you're thinking about visiting a major theme park in the near future like Universal or Disney, Rachel can help you book that. Booking with Rachel is one of the easiest ways to support this show. Also, you can leave a rating and review on Apple Podcasts and or wherever you access our show. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you never miss an episode of the Magic Our Way podcast. And we want to thank our Patreon supporters, both past and present, for all they have done and continue to do for us. All right, y'all, look, enough of our jibber jabber. Let's go discuss if Animal Kingdom is the best park in Walt Disney World. Welcome to the Hub, the big topic segment of our show. And as I mentioned, we are presenting a new series of shows which we're calling Am I Right? Which is kind of similar along the lines that you see, like these memes and whatnot, where somebody proves a point and we try to convince them otherwise.
Yes.
So Danny is credited with coming up with this idea for this series of shows. So I will turn it over to him to give us a rundown of how this exercise is going to work.
Well, it's basically Rachel that kind of gave me the idea for this because we were talking about doing a show about unpopular Disney opinions. And it's kind of like, oh, it's kind of played out. Everyone does that. And Rachel's like, yeah, I don't really have an unpopular opinion except for the one we're about ready to do. And it sparked something in my mind because I remember being in Whole Foods. It was like, well, that could be a whole show. How do we make that a whole? It's like, oh, I know. Let Rachel give her thesis statement for why she feels the way she feels. And then we all take turns trying to prove her thesis wrong in some way, shape, or form.
Right.
So that's what we're going to try and do here. Rachel's going to present her thesis, and then we're going to listen. And she's going to define what she means in the way she phrases her thoughts, right? And so we know, because I mean, basically, and this is, we just figured this out yesterday, so this may or may not work out well, but basically what I said is it can't all just be personal preference, because if it is, then you're just arguing, I think chocolate ice cream is better than vanilla ice cream. Like,
yeah, there's not much
it's all personal.
there,
There's nothing to really argue. It's all personal preference. But if you have objective facts that you are basing your opinion on, then that might be something that we can discuss.
Yeah, it's kind of like peer reviews in the scientific community. They publish a thesis or a paper on something, a particular topic like string theory, and then your peers get to review, try to poke holes or change arguments, and just to prove to see if your theory stands. So yeah, that's essentially what this exercise looks like.
And we are natural born hole pokers. So
All day.
I'll leave that alone. But anyway, too easy. So anyway, Rachel's got the honor of going first, and if you're any listener
she's
to
brave
the show,
because I gave her the option. I said, we don't have to, I'll come up with something. She's like, no, I want to do this. So
Yeah.
she's brave to do this. So.
and this is nothing new for her because if you've been listening to the shows that she's been on, or even before that, she's always had this opinion about what she's about to talk about, and so finally we just get the chance to discuss it with her in a civil manner.
All right.
So Rachel, I will turn it over to you. You have the floor to present your thesis statement upon which we shall peer review, as it were.
All right. So, yeah, like you said, I don't think people are going to be super surprised by this because it's something that I've been saying forever. But my thesis statement here is Animal Kingdom is the best Disney theme park. And my reasoning is because I believe that it has the best dining. I also believe that it has rides that are just as good as all the other parks. It has the best entertainment that is not a ride. It has something for all ages, and I don't think all the parks can say that.
Okay.
And it has the best ambiance. I can walk around and do nothing and still enjoy myself. Like,
Okay.
I'm not riding a ride. I'm not spending money. I'm not taking in a show that I waited in line for or whatever. I'm just walking around enjoying myself.
All right, so Rachel has presented her 5 points in her thesis of why she thinks Animal Kingdom is the best theme park out of all 4 in Walt Disney World. And so now is our chance to discuss this and give her a chance to maybe expound on her points depending on her questions, just to fully explore, because we're comparing this versus the other 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the first places we're going to go. So, yeah, who would like to start?
I'll start, and I suggest that so we're not all ganging up on Rachel and she's refuting 3 points. Like, just raise your hand if you want to go next or something, and then we'll tag in, tag out.
Toss the proverbial football to each other. There
Okay.
you go.
All right.
I like it.
So when you say it has the best dining of any park, I mean, expound on what you mean by that. Like, you're talking about more restaurants of better quality than any other park.
Yes. More restaurants, better quality than any other park. So, for example, I think on signature dining, like if we just take the categories, signature dining,
Okay.
I think it's the best signature dining in a park.
Now, by signature dining, we're talking really of Tiffin's, right? I mean, there's nothing
I
else
think that'd be
like-
the only
Think-
signature,
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Tiffin's is the only signature dining.
That's
yeah.
what I was, okay.
I'll give you that Tiffin's at one point in time was an all-world restaurant. It had a very exotic menu, lots of unique things to try, but it kind of feels like it's kind of, to me personally, going the way of, and I think one of my last 3 meals at Tiffin's was with, I think it was Stephen Downs and the Raz, and we were kind of talking, and Tiffin's, it kind of fallen off a little bit. Kind of like the California Grill and Hollywood Brown Derby, it kind of became a victim of menu tampering, I think.
Oh, prefix action
Yeah,
again?
well, no, not prefix.
No, it doesn't do prefix.
No,
Okay.
but like we used to have like scallops and Wagyu strip loin beef and
Head
smoked
on,
brisket
yeah.
and venison.
Bison and all that.
And now you're down to butter chicken and shrimp and grits and fish fillet. It's like it's lost some of its
Fish
uniqueness.
fillet. I don't think they have
Yeah.
fish fillet.
It's like
Fish
fillet of,
sticks.
well, not,
exotic fish fillet.
not a fillet of fish.
A fillet of fish sandwich.
Tiffin
But like-
Donald's.
A regular sustainable fish.
There's a pan roasted fish fillet. I am looking at. the
Okay,
menu.
well, there you
you're
go.
not wrong.
Oh, that's funny.
You're not wrong.
All right.
They do have surf and turf
Okay. Well, so
with scallops.
they do. Okay, with scallops. So scallops are there. But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
it lost a little bit of its uniqueness. And
I see what you're saying.
very much so. People, longtime listeners will remember this. We posted a video where they had Pappy Van Winkle on the menu, and they had like these unique experiences when it came to like dining and drinking, and that was one of them where my wife got Pappy Van Winkle, and they had this whole presentation, and she had it was like a reserve barrel. From God knows when, and we filmed the whole thing, and they don't even do anything like that anymore. That
Shout
I
out
saw.
to Cam.
Yeah, it was Cam who took care of us that
Mhm.
day.
Yeah.
So it's not to say I still think it's a great restaurant, but I think it's lost a little bit of its luster. Like, I wouldn't put that. Let me ask you this: would you put it? Okay, so in terms
Yeah,
of
that was
in
my
park
question was going to be what's better
in park dining. Okay, so give us
in park.
I think Le Cellier's up there.
Yeah, I mean, Well, yeah, I think this gets a little bit into the chocolate versus vanilla. I'm not a big steakhouse person.
Me either.
So Le Cellier does not really excite me. And I also think that when I'm in a Florida climate, I would way rather have the kind of food that's on the Tiffin's menu than I want a heavy steak dinner.
Okay.
I would agree that the quality is there. But for me, I'd pick Tiffin's.
Here's a restaurant that I would put in the exact same range of Tiffin's that I think was a great restaurant one time, but the changes to the menu has made it lose its luster. Hollywood Brown Derby.
I was going to bring up that point. Yeah.
That's the one that Josh and I were practicing a little bit this morning.
Oh,
we
wow.
were going through, we were going through some of the like possibilities.
So you're Rocky, he's Mick.
Yeah. And he brought up Hollywood Brown Derby too. And I think I'm with you. I think it lost its like luster. I don't think it's been that good. We've been pretty recently. I didn't think it was that great. I still prefer Tiffin's.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know. That's just sort of my take. The Hollywood Brown Derby hasn't been doing it for me.
I'll give you that. Like a lot of the in-park dining and even some of the outer park dining has really suffered. I mean, we lost Artist Point. That meal is not as good as it once was.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with California Grill. So I mean, I think a lot of them have taken a step back. In fact, that would be one of my contentions in terms of unpopular opinions is that Disney dining just isn't what it used to be. It's lost a lot of the fun of it. And Topolino's, believe it or not, is one of the few things that kind of brought me back to like, oh wow, finally a new place. Narcoossee's is still the gold standard for me. But
yeah, but that's out of the
Both
park,
of which
right?
are not in parks.
Yeah, right. Not in park.
That was
Exactly.
a good step because I was ready for that. But yeah.
Let's say, okay, because I can absolutely. Oh wait, Eli, do you have a point?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what about when we went and ate at Epcot, where there was the guy that was talking about the crazy
Shikisai?
Oh,
yeah.
Shikisai was very good.
That's the one I was going to bring up too.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kevin.
No, you're good. You're good.
But yeah, that's a very long, extensive menu. We all had different things. We kind of try and sample, and like nobody was like, ugh, put that away. I mean, that's pretty solid. But to y'all's point, yeah, I mean, I had the Tiffin Cam experience, and that was real, and that kind of broke my heart when Danny told me that he came back and I was like, there's no bison on the menu, no venison no more.
It
Like
changed, yeah.
that whole Craven the Hunter
It did,
vibe going
yeah.
off of that no more.
It's still a great restaurant. Don't get me wrong. It still is, but it's lost a little bit of the unique flavor that made it a must do.
Yeah, I still think. Here's what I'm going to say though. I still feel like on this particular one, we're struggling to come up with something that's better, right? Like the Shikisai, I think that's a good point, but it's not. It's not accessible. It's not something that like many people are going to be interested. Very limited audience there. Tiffin's has a wider audience. I think we're struggling to come up with something that is better than Tiffin's necessarily.
So what you're saying is that you could admit that some of these like maybe on a par with Tiffin's, but not necessarily better.
Right. Sure. So then like, let's go to the next thing. I think Animal Kingdom has the best lounge in Nomad Lounge.
Now, I could concur with that, but let's just go back to dining for one split second here, because before we move on from that, here's the thing, and I can give it to you that Tiffin's could be top 3 in park dining, if not number 1. However, when you take into account Shikisai, Le Cellier, Spice Road Table, Chefs de France, I don't know how you argue that Tiffin's plus Tusker House and Yak and Yeti are better than those.
Tusker House would be on par with any character meal, I would say.
I think Tusker House is the best character meal in Disney World.
In Disney World. Oh, that's a different
Well,
show.
not and maybe actually in Disney World if I really take a second and think about it, but definitely in the parks.
Oh, in
the parks, yeah.
Like food wise though, like
Yeah,
okay,
their food is great.
I would agree with that.
And the restaurant is more like spread out. You're not all sitting on top of each other. So when you want to take a picture with the characters, you can actually like have some space to do that. The buffet is excellent. It has unique things, but it also has like your standard, American fare that people are going to love. The characters are in unique costumes that you can't find elsewhere. I think it might be the best one in all of Walt Disney World, but I think it's certainly the best in-park character dining experience.
I would put Akushu's up there. Like maybe not in terms of food, but in terms of character experiences, because my daughter had a blast over there with all the different.
Yeah, my daughter did too.
So I would.
But I think the food is weaker.
It is, but I mean, yeah, it's kind of more of a unique flavoring. It kind of is what Tiffin's was at one point. You have to kind of be in the mood for that type of food. But I just think that the majority between Shiki Cellier, Chefs de France, Akashus, Garden Grill, Regal Eagle, I don't know. I mean, I don't know that if you gun ahead, you said, okay, what would you rather, Le Cellier or Tusker House? I would go with Tusker House.
Well, yeah, but I don't think like I wouldn't necessarily put those two up against each other.
What would you put up against Tusker House then?
I think Akershus is a fair one to put up against Tusker House.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the only thing Magic Kingdom has is Crystal Palace.
A beer garden would be
But that's not character dining.
No, it's not character. No, I was thinking more of the buffet style kind of thing.
Buffet style.
Well, yeah, it's. I mean, for dinner, it's a buffet style. There's no characters at dinner.
No,
most of their characters are in the morning for like the breakfast brunch stuff, which are cool characters. And when Crystal Palace has, I guess, is for Magic Kingdom is only a comparison, but that's all day, so that's one advantage. But it's super expensive. But
Tusker House has characters at dinner.
Do they have characters at dinner?
Yeah, it's all day.
Oh, that must be new.
Same ones. There's no same safari characters.
Oh, okay.
I've been there one time, and I think it was for like breakfast, to be honest with you. So really, it didn't stand out as being anything. I just remember that long trek at like 7 a.m. to get over there to do it, and just like being like, "Do we really need to do this?" But I don't think I've ever eaten dinner over there. Have you eaten at the Yak and the Yeti?
I have, yeah.
Okay, because I've never gone because somehow I just can't get hungry at a restaurant with the name Yak in it.
It's a fair point.
Yeah,
the name isn't great.
No,
I do appreciate that.
So Yak and Yeti.
I'm like that with Yeti.
I like that with Yak, no problem.
Yak, no problem. But Yeti,
Yeti, big problem.
You can Yak. All right, so Yak and Yeti. What would you say about that?
I think Yak and Yeti is similar to like it's the kind of table service that I would put up against 50s Primetime Diner or Sci-Fi Dine-In.
Mm-hmm.
I would put it up against like Liberty Tree Tavern. I think it's better than all of those.
I'd say Space 220 in that thing.
Oh, wait a minute. I just remembered. What about Monsieur Paul?
I have not been to Monsieur Paul, so I'm not helpful in that.
It's a really good restaurant. It really is. It's a really great. It's almost too good for fine dining.
Too good?
It's almost, it shouldn't belong. It was a really, really good meal. I just think that between like, again, Shikisai, Nine Dragons, Monsieur Paul, Le Cellier. I mean, it's just, I don't know how you could say they have the best overall dining when there's really maybe 3 restaurants. Unless you want to count the Satuli Canteen. Is that what it is?
Satuli Canteen, Flame Tree Barbecue is great. They also have that African marketplace. I'm like,
Harambe Market.
Harambe Market.
Yeah,
thank you. I'm like, oh man, I'm going to not come up with the word.
But they hacked away at that just recently, right? It's not even doing all the unique foods that they used to do. Now they're doing more pizza and hamburgers. I guess because Restaurant Source closed or something.
Oh, that would make sense. I did not know there was that update, but that would make sense if they did. I'm pulling up their menu right now.
And see, that's the thing. It's like with Shikisai, they have the luxury of being new. So they still have their experimental menu. So I'd be curious to revisit, because that was the first thing I was going to think of was Shikisai versus like Tiffin's.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
You know,
I forgot all about the Omakase place.
Huh?
Well,
that's Shikisai. Isn't that? Oh, no.
That's
Shikisai's the sushi place. Yeah, the Omakase place is Takumi Tai.
Takumi Tai.
That's what I was actually talking about before, was Takumi Tai. You're right. The names are like, they're not actually that similar, but they're similar in my head.
Okay, Takumi Tai is better than Tiffin's. I hate to say it, but Takumi Tai, I got to put that as the best restaurant in park that I've ever eaten at.
Can't beat.
I'm sure that's true. I just was saying what I was actually thinking of that one before. That I think it's just such a limited audience that can enjoy that.
Yeah, that is a fair point, but I'm definitely in that audience.
I'll give you credit for
Spice Road Table is a really good restaurant. So I love Spice Road Table.
Spice Road Table is good, and that is pretty accessible. Yeah, that's a tough thing. I mean, the only thing you compare between that is Epcot. Anything at Epcot.
Pretty much.
Because Magic Kingdom is not going to compete. And to your point with Hollywood Brown Derby, Hollywood Studios is definitely not going to compete anymore.
Right.
So, yeah, Epcot's the only other one. And that's kind of tough.
It is.
Yeah. I think quick service wise, I like Animal Kingdom a lot better.
Well, you got the frozen Coke. I give you that. Points on that.
I
like Satuli Canteen a lot.
Yeah, I haven't been to New Harambe Market since the revision that Danny mentioned. But the old Harambe Market I put up against Four Seasons. Is that Four Seasons? The food court in the land. in Epcot?
Oh.
Yes,
Sunshine Seasons or whatever.
Sunshine Seasons.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sunshine
I'm like,
Seasons,
you're
yeah.
very close.
Four
yeah.
Seasons is a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, I'm looking at
I'm sorry.
The Four Storms. You
Yeah,
meant.
yeah.
I'm looking at their menu right now. They have beef and lamb kofta pita, chicken and rice bowl, shrimp and rice bowl, chicken and shrimp and rice bowl, Caesar salads. So it has gotten a little less adventurous, but it's not like pizza and hamburgers. It is a little bit better than that.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but chickpeas and potatoes as opposed to it's like the old school
The
one was-
boerewors sausages and all the
Yeah,
different
the-
things.
Right. Yeah.
That
It used to be cooler. I
it was-
agree. It used to be
They had the
cooler.
centaur music playing, like that had its ambiance to it.
Well, they had
I'll
the
give you
whole
that.
fried fish, which I used to love.
Yeah, it was a lot packed. But the last time we went, I remember it being really like dead,
Yeah.
for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
And as far as the counter service goes, Regal Eagle, does that count as counter service?
That's counter service.
I think that's pretty good.
That's definitely counter service for you.
Yeah. Although I do also really like Flame Tree barbecue.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So you put Flame Tree over Regal Eagle?
I don't know if I put it over,
Okay.
but it's like in the mix.
All right.
I'd put Satuli over Regal Eagle.
Ooh, really? Okay. I've never eaten at Satuli just because I've never seen anything on the menu that looked enticing to me, but it might be it's great.
I like Satuli's menu offerings.
Really?
Yeah,
It's-
I like Regal Eagle, but I like barbecue, but I don't. It's always heavy for me.
Mhm.
But whenever you got something Asian, I just know maybe that part of me just lights up.
Yeah, sauce on the side.
Probably
is
by
easier
by,
to-
by by heritage or birth.
Your Asianness.
You will love rice regardless.
You will take the rice.
All my
and like it.
ancestors will be like, "You will choose the rice, my child."
No.
All right.
Yeah.
So to
All right,
move the
yeah.
conversation
Yes.
forward a little bit.
Yeah, that's
Right.
So
yeah, I think we've beat dining down.
Yes. Have we not convinced you that Epcot has more dining options that are probably
I think they have more for sure. I just don't know if they have more that I would strongly prefer over an Animal Kingdom option.
strongly prefer, but maybe on a day you might prefer.
Neck and neck close, maybe photo finish type thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fair.
All right. So then let's move to the lounge, like you said. Okay. Now, again, you're going to have a hard time convincing me because if you're going to say, Animal Kingdom has the best in-park lounge in Nomad, that's pretty solid. That's a
Yeah.
pretty solid choice. I don't know what your preferences is on lounges in the sense that what makes that number one. But what I would then say is that, okay, but what about La Cava? What about Geo82?
I was going to ask what you thought if La Cava was considered a lounge. I would say yeah.
Yeah,
Right? Okay.
I would think it
I
is.
would say yes, but I would actually give Nomad Lounge the nod over La Cava because it has much more seating.
That's fair.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
No, I would give the nod over it as well. I'm just saying the sheer volume of between Rose and Crown, Space 220 Lounge, La Cava.
I mean, I'm always quality over quantity, my friend.
Oh, no. But I mean, that's kind of taking a shot though at La Cava saying it's not quality. It's quality.
It is quality. I like
Geo82
it.
is quality.
Yeah.
It's just they have their little things that no doubt. I'll grant it to you that I would put Nomad Lounge number one because of the ease of being able to get in there. But
Yeah.
maybe part of that is because it's a half day park that most people don't go to.
And it's hot as
And
hell.
if it is a full day park where a lot of people are going, maybe suddenly Nomad Lounge isn't as fun anymore. So yes, I would, if you want to make the argument that Nomad Lounge is the best lounge, but in terms of lounge offerings, I think it's Epcot has the better overall offerings. Does that make sense?
Maybe. I don't know. Just
you
lounge
saying
wise.
better overall number or better overall quality?
Better overall quality and number, I would say. Like, again, let's say I concede Nomad Lounge is number one. I think then your next four are all in Epcot. And it's not that big of a difference between 2 and 1.
I could see
Or
that.
3 and 1. Or 4
Well,
and
what's 2 and 1? What's 2 and 1?
I would put La Cava at 2. I would put Geo82 at 3. I think Rose and Crown at 4. The Space 220 Lounge, I haven't been, but I want to go there. And that looks like it would be an amazing experience to have. So
Yeah, the drinks weren't that great.
yeah, that's the one thing I can't speak to.
Yeah, I
Bittersweet.
was gonna say we talked about drinks. Is that part of this this
Yeah,
content?
that's part of it. Well, the idea is that, again, if I can grant that Nomad Lounge could be the number one, and in fact, I probably agree that it is. However, like I said, if Animal Kingdom becomes a full park, even I know Le Cave is smaller, but there's more options over there. But I wouldn't be surprised if Nomad Lounge is suddenly impossible to get into if Animal Kingdom's popularity increased, and then thus takes away some of the allure of going to Nomad Lounge.
So that's where you're saying the number of offerings in Epcot would offset the popularity of each one.
That's what
Or
I
so
think.
then the popularity of just one
Yes.
in Nomad. I can see that.
Yeah, I like the fact that the lounge has it's more comfortable. Like there's like more pillows everywhere because that's all I see whenever I've gone in there.
Nomad?
Yeah, like with the last time we went in there.
Hey, you can take your shoes off.
Yeah, it's a lot. I'm just saying, like
Can't do that in Enchanted Rose.
you
I tried.
definitely can't. you
I
actually
definitely tried.
you got away with it going out. It was just coming back. They were like, "Hey, what you doing, Fred?
Barney Rubble.
Yeah, let's get out of here." But I would give Rachel that credit. It's not really much to really look out and see because it's pretty much trees and people walking up a path as opposed to like looking out and seeing an Epcot ball or something like that. But as far as drinks, I'm sorry. Their drinks are a lot fruitier or like overly sweeter. Like it's good because you're outside, it's hot, you go and you get to cool off. But if I'm sitting in the lounge and I'm having to sip and, you know, I'm feeling all getting the buzz and stuff, their drinks are a little weak for me on that one.
You talk about the Nomad.
Yeah, that's where we went there on the Animal Kingdom, right? I'm just making sure.
Yeah, on the last day of our trip.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. So, Rachel, have we changed your mind at all with regards to the lounge situation?
I don't know. I'd still rather Nomad Lounge over all of those.
No,
but-
I agree with you. But in terms
especially because the menu, they have a bigger menu too.
let me ask you this question: Who has the better overall lounges, Animal Kingdom or Epcot?
I don't know. I like Animal Kingdom.
Okay. Fair enough.
I think Nomad's I think I also don't often have a day in a park where I'm going to more than one lounge and staying for a while. Like usually I'm hitting one lounge. So like if I'm at Epcot, yeah, I'm probably hitting La Cava, but I'm not hitting La Cava and Rose and Crown and Geo 84 and, you know, like I'm not doing all of that.
You're not drinking
Geo
around the
82,
world?
not 84.
You missed it out.
Once upon a time, maybe.
Walk up bars. Yeah.
You know,
In a galaxy far, far away.
you only get
Yeah.
one liver in this life. I mean, you know.
That's right.
All right.
Well, has the needle moved any at all to a flip, or is it still kind of wavering where it was when we started?
I think you make a good case for Epcot dining.
Okay. So maybe
I
it's
think
a
you
little
make a
twitch.
good case for Epcot
A
dining.
little twitch in the needle. Okay, so
Okay.
Yeah, a little
That's
twitch.
fair.
a little twitch. All right.
All right.
Prepare.
Let's move on to rides.
Right.
All right. Well, this is going to be I was trying to stay in the
I
other
didn't say
two.
it was the best.
I'm trying to save you.
This is going to be really tough.
I know, but you all don't love Flight of Passage like I love Flight of Passage.
I do. Yes. No. I to me, it's one of the most overrated attractions. It's like Soarin' for people who love motion sickness and
Yeah.
CGI. I don't know.
And I will, I don't think we should spend a ton of time on rides because I think this is probably the weakest part of my case, to be honest. But I do think I would put Flight of Passage up against Guardians. Now, I like Guardians better. I think Guardians is a better ride. But then the rest of what Epcot has to offer is not great at all.
Okay.
And I think that I would put Everest over Test Track. And so I feel like there's a depth.
Okay. You're doing the Epcot to Animal Kingdom comparison as opposed to every other park. Because I would say that there's Rise of the Resistance or
Remy's.
well, I wouldn't say. I was just going to go Rise of the Resistance or Flight of Passage.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to think if there's no other similar ride system in
What?
other
No,
than
that-
Soarin'. Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
just that was my question to Rachel though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rise
that's
of Resistance
that's
or
what I
Flight of
figured.
Passage?
Yes.
I think Rise of Resistance is a better ride.
Okay. So all right. So so would you say Hollywood Studios have better rides than Animal Kingdom?
Would I say Hollywood Studios is better? I might give Hollywood Studio. Yeah, I would say on the whole, Hollywood Studios rides are better, but I think that Animal Kingdom has enough to supplement, like enough to sort of like get you there. And then the dining is so much better. You know what I mean? Like I'm kind of putting Animal Kingdom and Epcot next to each other, to be honest, because
Okay.
I just think like once you think about dining, you have to rule out, for me at least, I have to rule out Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, because I'm trying to avoid the one-on-one comparison because yes, it's easy
I do hear that.
if you say Animal Kingdom has the best restaurants, or the best lounges, well then it's easy to go to Epcot. But if you're talking about rides, I mean, I can make an argument because again, I'm not overly impressed by Flight of Passage. I would much rather do Soarin' than Flight of Passage. But
okay.
Like every other park is still in play though at that point in time. It's like if it's the best overall park, it's got to be number one in at least most of the categories that you put on the list. In terms of rides, I don't know that I think we can make an argument that Hollywood Studios has better rides.
Yeah, I think Magic Kingdom has better rides on the whole.
Okay, Magic Kingdom. Epcot, I think I would still choose Epcot because, like, again, I prefer Soarin' to, I think Remy, as Kevin put it, is very, very good.
Oh, I don't love Remy.
You don't like Remy?
Nah, it's not my favorite.
Oh, really? Okay. I'm not, I wouldn't even, I also would not call it my favorite, but I do enjoy the ride. I would put, the Finding Nemo ride. I think that's fun to see the fish swimming in the tanks and everything like that. I would put that, I mean, let's face it, Kilimanjaro Safaris is a little stale. Like, even the guy who's doing the spiel doesn't even care anymore. Like, he sounds like the captain on a flight giving you, we're cruising at such and such a great. If you look at it right now.
Well, I think it does depend on your narrator.
Yeah.
But I think it depends on your narrator, but I also think like maybe it's a little stale, but only because you've done it like a million times. There's a lot of rides that I think are stale because I've done them a lot.
Yeah, but
like I can't even handle Jungle Cruise anymore. I can't remember the last time I went on that because it's just like so stale.
Now that's already there.
That's not even real animals.
I'm just saying, like, when it comes to Kilimanjaro Safaris, it seems like you can't even hear the narrator most of the time. It's not like one time it happened. It's like majority of the time. It's like, they just seem bored by what they're doing. And there's no real story on the ride. It's just a sightseeing tour. Yeah. There's no drama. Like, I've ridden Haunted Mansion a million times. I've never bored on it. I've never get bored on Pirates of the Caribbean.
They put more.
Maybe
put more
that's just
into
me,
it.
though.
I was always a big fan of Flights of Wonder, like the bird show.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Before they canceled, I was
up thing, yeah.
Yeah, I was before it became up,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I like Kevin. I mean, Kevin's a nice thing to see, but yeah, like that freaked me out. I would always love to go there. Then they changed it.
Mm-hmm.
Tough to beat a bug.
It went back to that though more than it's not the up thing anymore.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, it had, like, Animal Kingdom had
it
jewels.
worked, and then they tinkered with it, and it no longer worked.
Yeah.
Yes, that was my point.
They tried to put IP in it, and
it didn't work. And that was what I was trying to say is it had jewels to it that maybe if Disney had built on it, that would have really helped with what Rachel was saying.
Yeah, I think Hollywood Studios would beat Animal Kingdom pound for pound.
I think,
and that's a shame because I do love Dinosaur and I love that ride system.
Well, it's gone though. I mean, so you can't. I mean, and who knows? I mean,
that's the thing.
That's part of the problem with this. Like, you lose two very good attractions in Dinosaur and the Boneyard. They're gone.
Right.
Maybe we get something better with Encanto and Indiana Jones, but did we need to lose two attractions that worked very well and added a lot to the theming of that park in order to have those? I don't think we did.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a big question mark to put on that
and then
park.
If we're talking about attractions, let's elephant in the room. I mean, there's Expedition Everest. You got your money shot still doesn't work.
I would go say
I love that roller coaster. Okay. I know. I hear you on the Yeti. I agree. It'd be great if it worked, but just the backwards part, the dark, like I laugh so hard. I love that.
Well, I mean, to your argument, it's like I'd put that over Guardians for sure, as you mentioned.
I would too.
Only because I do like the physical sets more so, even though the Yeti doesn't work, more so than what they're doing with Guardians and stuff,
Yeah.
I'll tell you just a story just to sum up Expedition Everest very quickly. Last time we rode it, my daughter has ridden this ride a number of times. And last time we rode it, we got off and she's like, Dad, where was the Yeti? And I said, well, you remember when we went through that room really fast and there was a flashing light? Yeah, it's like somewhere back over there.
He's napping, baby.
Somewhere back over there was a Yeti that if you look to the right, you could have saw a bright flash. You would have saw him for a split second. And that's not what you were meant to see. And I'll give you another one. The damn what is the train that takes you to the conservation station?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Who goes there? That's not even a land.
I go there.
you
They have the Animation Academy in there.
Let's go there.
Animation.
That's
Wow.
who go there.
Okay.
I
Well,
just don't like dealing with the train. If I could just walk to the animation thing, I'd do it.
That's a thing. Like
I do wish they had a walking path. I agree with that because
Yeah.
the train can be a total pain in the butt.
It kills so
if
much
you
time.
like miss it, it takes forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They rely
I
on it as
agree
a
with
crowd
that.
gobbler for sure.
even one of my favorite attractions over there, which is Kali River Rapids. It's kind of a thing that you do it if the weather's appropriate, the line's not too long.
Or it's
but
the last thing you do if you're ready to leave out.
yeah. If you don't want to walk around in soggy tennis shoes all day.
Yeah. Squeeze your shirt out.
Navi River Journey, that's just short and pointless.
I think it's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
If you're tripping, yes,
But
it's very nice.
It's
Yes.
like I'm going to try not to be gross here. It's like being intimate and then you don't finish. Like there's no finish. There's like this build up
Listen.
and nothing.
I'm not going there.
I mean, the guy has 6 hands, Danny.
The guy has 6 hands.
The Navi guy. Oh, the shaman.
The shaman.
Oh my goodness.
He's got 6 hands.
Emmy
Yeah.
summed it up the best. Like when I remember the first time you and I wrote together, I was like,
Yes.
wow, that was kind of weak. That's where
Yeah.
I remember the next time I wrote with Emmy, and all of a sudden we get to that part, she's like, that's it.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Don't ever wait for that one though. Just don't wait for it.
All right. So you at least admit that there's 2 parks that have better attractions than Animal Kingdom, right?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Okay.
What I will say, I don't know that this makes the attractions better, but your lightning lane is always cheaper at Animal Kingdom. And so the value you get out of your like not waiting in line is quite a bit more there. I feel like it's not that much money and you can not wait in line all day. I usually can get a single attraction on Lightning Lane if I want to.
There's a travel agent aspect to this, the ease of use and the value of time and money that
Sure. Yeah.
Bang for your
I can
buck.
see that.
Yeah. The only counter argument I would have to that is that it also has something to do with the lack of popularity of Animal Kingdom because most people are like, not much.
That's fair. That's kind of a plus, right? You don't have to people dodge.
Yes, absolutely. Look, if you
This wouldn't be as fun if it were a popular opinion, Danny.
no, absolutely not.
Yes,
If your contention was that Animal Kingdom's most beautiful park out of all of them, I could.
I mean,
agree more.
that's where I'm going, right? So like, I
let's go
talked
to that.
about something for everyone in ambiance. So
Yes.
I think those things are both true. I think we could probably talk about them together. I don't think there's a park I'd rather bring grandma to. You know what I mean? Like walking around, seeing the sights. It's like one of the last parks that has real streetmosphere going on.
Mhm.
I love that part about it. It's hard to argue with the animal trails. Like those are great for just like, I'm not waiting in line. I'm just walking around and I get to see something that's really cool and entertaining. It's better than that like Moana water junk at Epcot, to have the
Water junk.
Water junk.
Yeah, water junk.
Water junk.
Water junk.
Moana's outdoor plumbing.
Yes.
Rachel,
Yes,
2025.
Moana's
Water drunk.
Fred Sanford lets you in.
The streetmosphere is much better. I can get a drink and walk around the park. I love that. I know you can do that at Epcot and Hollywood Studios too, but I feel like that's one thing that kind of rules out Animal Kingdom a little bit for me. Not that I have to drink, but I do enjoy having a walking beverage, we call it in our family. Sort of a weird point, but I really like that Starbucks for some reason. I feel like that particular Starbucks is better than the other Starbucks locations.
I
don't
love
even know
the
there's
frozen
Starbucks.
Coke location
Just by
over
the
there. I think the
Pandora.
frozen.
Yes,
that's right.
there's a
That-
frozen Coke location. The
that's
Dawa
old,
bar is great. The one
Dawa-
where you
Oh,
can just
Dial Bar
like
is
walk
cool.
up.
Yeah, that is cool.
That's one of my favorite.
And they
places to
also
get-
have the like Thirsty River bar.
Oh,
I know what
yeah.
you're talking about.
That one's cool. Has the most like just walk up bars where you don't have to like go in a place and wait in a line and
You
stuff.
take them to go, yeah.
Yeah, but it's hot.
Take 'em to
humid
go.
out there. Be
You can't get around it. That park is just so beautiful. It has the most beautiful icon.
Probably
the
has more
ambience in that
shade.
park.
I would say it has more
It has a
shade
lot
than
of
most
shade.
of a lot of other parks, if anything.
Yeah, no, I would not
Yeah.
disagree with any of this. I do think it is the most beautiful park. I do think that,
Especially now that they trashed Dinoland. That
Yeah.
thing was the ugliest part. They got rid of it.
thank God. I am glad that that is gone. I'm sad that we're losing the Boneyard because I thought that worked.
Yeah.
But anyway, going back to what you were saying, yes, I have no argument with that whatsoever. I would agree that it is the most beautiful park. However, I would counter that theming wise, something I've said a million times, Animal Kingdom has gotten away from the original intent of the park.
Mhm.
Maybe not as much as Hollywood Studios, but it's definitely off the rails. Like it was meant to be a park that celebrates animals, and now it's more of a park that happens to be about animals. And
Animals hang out.
that's a pretty big theming problem. Animals have kind of become an afterthought at Disney's Animal Kingdom. And now they're shoehorning animals into rides. I mean, look at the ticket booths when you walk in. There's an elephant, there's a dragon, and a triceratops. Animals that exist, animals that used to exist, animals that exist only in our imagination. And we lost our land of mythical animals for a land of aliens. We lost the land of dinosaurs for Indiana Jones and the Family Madrigal. And now we're losing the entire insect kingdom for bunnies and fox playing cops and robbers. I mean,
I know.
I think, yes, ambiance and attraction. I can't help but think like beauty. Yes, you got it 100%. Ambiance, really, really nice. But there's also a theming element in there that is being lost, and more animals are being relegated to, as you put it, animal trails. Animals are things that you happen to pass by on your way to attractions that tangentially reference animals. And that's a problem that I feel is related to that. So it doesn't take away completely from it, but it does take away.
Yeah, there's no Jungle Book property in it.
So yeah, I think we'll all give it to, I mean, does anybody have a problem with that contention that it's the most beautiful Disney park?
No doubt. Yeah, definitely good for walking around for sure.
Yeah.
If we're thinking about the theming element, I was going to give it to Magic Kingdom, but let's see what happens with Frontierland.
And that's, I think
that could change.
Don't make me cry.
Yeah, I think the theming element does have to be present in the ambiance, and that is suffering a little bit over at Animal Kingdom. And in which cases, don't get me wrong, like Hollywood Studios, like again, that's off the rails.
It's
Like,
off the rails.
I don't know what that is. I mean, Magic
Epcot, I'd
Kingdom,
say the same argument.
Yeah,
Yeah,
off the rails.
off the rails. I agree.
Off the rails.
yeah, they're redefining
Yeah.
lands and purposes, and Epcot, I mean, it was always kind of a mishmash.
Yeah.
But I got to give it to them, and they've stayed consistent with World Showcase, and that is beautiful.
Yeah.
And I do enjoy
Yeah.
walking around. I mean, I don't know. I let me ask you this: walking around Animal Kingdom, walking around World Showcase.
I mean, I know my answer,
Okay,
but it's my thesis.
Animal Kingdom.
If I'm being honest with myself, I'd say Animal Kingdom only because World Showcase will get super crowded and there's like zero shade at all.
Yeah,
So it gets hot and it wears me out. I like seeing the different countries, but you know, at some point when I'm getting like maybe at the 11 o'clock or 2 o'clock position, I'm like,
That's
Okay.
That's good.
well,
Okay.
I'll tell you this much: very first day we went to Disney in this last trip was Animal Kingdom. We walked over to Dinosaur because we had a fast pass or lightning lane, whatever the hell. And we get in line, they're shut down. We leave and we head straight over to Tiffin's for a reservation. My mother couldn't make it beyond, like Rachel was talking about taking grandma. Lily's grandma was suffering in that heat of the Animal Kingdom. I hear you saying shade, and that may be very well be true, that it is the most shaded park. I'm just saying that.
well, the areas that she walked were not terribly
Yeah.
shady.
Yeah,
I
those
know-
are very shady
I know
areas.
exactly that path, but the rest of the park, sure. But she just happened to be walking in the part that's like
I mean, it's
terribly
it's
shady.
Florida.
Not yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
A lot of
it was
concrete.
July
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So.
Humidity.
A lot of concrete. Yeah.
All right. So moving on from that. Okay. So let's get to Rachel's last point, which is what? It's an all ages park, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
My parents were kind of bored in Hollywood Studios when they went. They're not, if they're not riding rides, there's not a lot. The shows aren't great there anymore.
I would give it to an all ages park if your kids go to bed at 6.
Fair.
Well, that's true.
That's fair.
I think the biggest downside is the park hours. I
Yeah.
totally agree with that. Totally agree. In fact, like my perfect Disney day is you start in Animal Kingdom, you finish in Epcot. So that's how I solve that problem. that's not as fun for my thesis because I think that's actually probably the truth, right?
Sure.
It's like for me, the best Disney day is doing both. But
Yeah. Look, if you didn't take on, and again, you're very brave for taking on the very first topic we did in this. If you didn't take it on, I was going to go first. And I was going to say that my contention is that Pandora is a scar in the face of the animal kingdom.
I love Pandora.
Scar. I see what you did
I
there.
love it.
Yeah,
I've never even seen the movies and I love it.
because I mean, the
love it.
best feature of Pandora isn't even available to the public most of the time, because at night you can't see
You
it.
can't see
I
it.
know. That's true.
And that is
It's
a
a bummer.
really big problem. I think that the mountain thing over there, the floating mountains, doesn't impress me all that much. I mean, maybe if the mountains were floating and they were moving up there or something.
Well, you
like
get to
that.
get
that
that
would be cool.
robot
I don't know
suit.
how they would do that, but that is cool.
The
Yeah,
robot suit.
They were supposed to be doing that. That's what I heard. Jim Hill said that's what it was supposed to be done.
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
But
wow.
they for whatever reason didn't go forward in that. And then the wild like I don't think anybody recognizes that they're on an alien planet when they walk in there during the day.
Yeah, I wish that were a
It's
little
a
bit more
wish-washy
obvious.
transition for sure.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a tough
Yeah.
transition to have for sure. But you got the spores that shoot at you.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't think that's alien, I don't know what else could be. But
Okay, so but going back to the all ages park kind of thing. Okay, I think we can all agree at Magic Kingdom over Animal Kingdom for all ages, right?
that's what I was gonna say.
Rachel?
I mean, it's great for little kids. It's great for grandma, I think. As a parent, I feel like Animal Kingdom is great for my kids, great for grandma, and great for me because there are rides that I'm really excited about. Although that's true in Magic Kingdom too, in fairness.
I was gonna say.
But there's no walking drinks. There's no walking drinks. And it doesn't
Okay.
And it has that crazy crowd. And I know all the parks can get crowded. So that's not a super fair point. But Animal Kingdom to me is usually the least crowded.
This is true.
And so now I'm way more chilled out. I'm in a better headspace. Not every single attraction exits into a gift shop. That's nice.
Mhm.
Mm.
So for my personal sanity, I feel like I typically feel better and happier. And that makes it better for everybody.
I like that.
So as long as Mama's happy, all
Everybody's
ages
happy.
We all need to be happy. All of us.
I legit feel that one.
Magic Kingdom stresses me out.
Magic, I can
That's
see
fair.
that.
Yeah,
It-
no
it is
argument.
a little bit stressful, but I would say outside the alcohol element of it, and props to the Magic Kingdom, like they're serving alcohol at their
Yeah.
nicer restaurants, and they've just gotten another bar. They got a bar in there. I'm saying another one because I'm thinking of Disneyland with their Oga's Cantina.
All right.
But props to them for doing that. So they're making steps towards that direction.
They are. And it's not all about that, but it is
No.
a part of it. Like I'm on vacation.
Mhm.
I like just walking around, and that is unique. I can't do that at home, I can go to a bar at home.
Let me ask you this question. So let's say you got a friend and they find out that you're into Disney and you love Disney and Disney is you're a travel agent for Disney and everything like that. And they're like, I don't get it. I've never been there. No interest. Don't want to go. And like, you've got to go. And they're like, okay, I'll give you one park. Take me to one park and show me why Disney is great. Which park are you taking them to?
That's tough. Oh man. Probably Epcot.
All right.
Yeah.
But you know what? I would say that's new though, because 2 years ago, Epcot was a hot mess.
You're right. You're absolutely right. And Animal Kingdom was great.
It's kind of a hot mess now.
but now they've
It's
allowed
not
that to
become a
come
hot
out.
mess. Yeah.
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 Yeah. So like right now, if I'm being honest, my answer is Epcot, but it wouldn't have been 2 years ago. And maybe in a year or two, it'll go back.
So are you backing off your "am I right" statement or?
No, I still like it.
Keep her happy, Daddy.
You just need to impress someone
No,
else.
I'm just asking, like, because I mean, you got to look at it
Yeah.
beyond yourself. Like, it's objective.
Yeah.
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 So yeah, I think we've explored this as good as we can explore it. I think this was a fun exercise.
Yeah. No, I think it was good.
Yeah.
I think it was good. Despite, I mean, I have a bias against Animal Kingdom, but that's a whole nother story for another day.
Oh, really?
I do. Yeah. Because I remember when real quick, long story short, when I
Where
remember
does
when
the
they,
dinosaur touch you?
there. Yeah, I'll show you on the doll after the show. No, but it's like I remember when they first opened this park. I remember the reason why they opened it is because, Busch Gardens is right down the road.
Ah.
And so that was in response to Busch Gardens because people would spend time at Walt Disney World and they go off to Busch Gardens, because they also have rides. Maybe not on the par and the theming as like Animal Kingdom or Disney would do it. But they have the animals and they have the rides and they have all that different kind of stuff. They got a roller coaster going through like a safari kind of thing. And so I was just like, well, that's kind of cheap. It's like, why y'all doing that? Man? Why y'all trying to... that's my whole point.
Capitalism.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And I always had like that little negative tinge in my head. It's like, man,
That's fair.
So you say they copied off of Busch Gardens?
yeah, they did.
I
But
got
they put the Disney spin on it. That's my issue with it.
I didn't know that. I always heard the story that, when Joe Rohde was pitching Animal Kingdom, that they didn't really want to do it. And so they had a meeting in a boardroom. They didn't feel like people would really want to come and see animals in Disney. And Joe Rohde brought like a tiger into the boardroom meeting. And everyone was kind of like, like that. And that was what convinced people, yes, being able to see animals close up like that, something special. And that's why they built it. But what you're saying makes sense because, that's why they built Hollywood Studios or MGM
That's
Studios.
exactly my bias with Hollywood Studios. Like they did that in response with Universal.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I was like, come on, man.
Yeah, that kills me.
Share the
now
love.
that.
Share the love a little bit. And then look what happened to Hollywood Studios. And now look what's happening in Animal Kingdom. It's like, what's it going to turn into? Who knows? This discussion may be completely different in the future. But
I think they should be booking with their imagination and not their whatever makes financial sense. Yeah,
and with Rachel, they should be booking with
and
Rachel.
they should always book.
So they can see what they should be doing. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
Visionary.
absolutely. Yeah. Cool. Well,
Right.
it doesn't sound like we convinced you. So there's that.
Well, that was going to be tough. But you know what? I'm
Concessions were
acknowledging
made.
that.
Did the needle move
concessions
a
are
little
made.
bit?
Concessions are made.
The needle moved a little bit. Okay.
No, props to Rachel though to go there
Yeah, for
and
the
put
first
your
time,
put your thought on the line.
Applause.
You put your love on the line basically in this exercise. So that was cool. But she sparred before we didn't have a chance. She sparred with Josh before she even came on this episode.
Well, she did some training. Yeah.
Yeah.
She did a little training.
I trained it up.
She's
She
like
was
Little
chasing the
Mac.
chicken around the yard and everything.
Oh, she's like Little Mac on the Nintendo video
Punch
game.
Out.
Yeah, and Punch Out. Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
What did I
That's
say?
it.
Iron sharpens iron.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so look, guys, let us know what you think about this. Were there some points that we forgot, maybe, or were there some other things that you'd like to bolster with our arguments, or for or against what we're presenting? What do you think of our argument? Or what do you think of your stance? If you were to take this, would we have convinced you or what not? Get in touch with us. Share your thoughts, opinions on this particular thing. We're about to tell you how to do that in just a little bit. Well, y'all, we hope you enjoyed that first episode in a series called Am I Right? If you want to learn more about us, the Magic Our Way Podcast, make sure you follow us on any social media platform. Also, if you want to get in touch with us to share your thoughts or opinions or any points that you'd like to make with any of our discussions, you can do so through the following ways. Shoot us an email at show@magicourway.com or call or text us at 1-815-MOWEEKEN. That is 1-815-MOWEEKEN. 669-4226. And of course, we have a couple of people do things outside of the podcast. First of all, we got Eli does great things with comics. What you got, sir?
Oh, yes, sir. As always, you go and visit the Ivory Comics website. You can see all the work that I have. 48 pages, fully colored. Good bang for your buck. That work includes Savages, The Molly Be Damned, and Project Geisha. Also on the website, you can find blogs and interview posts and links to the Magic Our Way podcast. So you never miss a beat. You never miss an episode. I know I'm right about that. So as always, I appreciate the support when you visit Ivory Comics website. On social media, Facebook, you can find me there. Eli H. Ivory, that's me. As long as you're a real person, it's a pleasure to meet you. If you're a bot, I do not need to greet you. I don't even know who I'm voting for mayor of New Orleans yet. So please stop sending me all these candidates. People, I don't know you. Bots, get out the way. Thank you. Also,
I don't even live in New Orleans. I'm getting those messages.
they just come out of nowhere. It's like, how is it that? Can I just say this? Like, how is it that these people know how to find you to vote for them, and then when you want to ask them to do something after they get it, you can't find them? Probably because they bots.
Well, that's
Oh,
pretty
one second.
typical. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
something new.
That's a politician.
Yeah, that's
That sounds
Shake
about right.
hands and kiss babies when they're running.
Hell, man, I'll be glad to sign your baby's forehead.
Take $100,000 vacations with their lovers when they're in office.
Yeah, you got to do something. Keep occupied.
Yeah.
You got to love this. Also on Facebook, there's a Project Geisha fan page, so appreciate the love on that. On Instagram, seeing what you guys and girls got, posting up the hearts and likes there. EIV504 is where you will find me there. And of course, on X, I can be found at Hancock 10 166. So yes, if you appreciate the madness, they just bringing me the gladness. Thank you.
And of course, if you want to travel down so you can explore all of these parks so you can make your own comparison, you can book it with Rachel.
I would be honored to help your family book your vacation to Disney destinations, Universal, cruise lines, and major hotel brands around the world. Booking with me is at no extra cost to you. The cost of a travel agent is built into the cost of your vacation, whether you use one or not. And when you book with me, a little bit of your trip comes back to support the podcast and the fan community here at Magic Our Way. You can reach me at Rachel, Rachel, at magicourway.com, or you can find me at R, the letter R, Family Magic, so Our Family Magic, on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. You can also give me a call or a text. My phone number is 978-432-WISH. Reach out today and let's make some magic with your family vacation.
In addition, go to patreon.com/Magic Our Way to elevate your support of the Magic Our Way podcast. And another option that only costs a minute or so of your time is to leave a rating and a review on Apple Podcasts and or wherever you access our show, whether it is YouTube, Spotify, Podbean, etc. Any way in which you can support the show is deeply appreciated. We also want to thank you for being a loyal listener, and we always love hearing from our listeners. All opinions are welcome on the Magic Our Way podcast, so make sure you get in touch with us today. So we say Kwaharini. My name is Kevin.
And I'm Danny.
Magic out.
All right. Nachos are on plates.
And yar. Bye.
Everything from clothing to household items are getting more expensive each day. The world of fast fashion has complicated clothing production by shipping cheap parts around the world to whoever can sew them the cheapest. And now you, the consumer, are paying the price with rising costs. American Giant is about keeping things simple and close to home. They aren't affected by tariffs because their products never leave the U.S. Skip the tariff and snag yourself American-made clothing with American Giant. Get 20% off your first order when you use promo code STAPLE20 at American-Giant.com. That's 20% off when you use code STAPLE20 at American-Giant.com.